The Mind Unleashed. As I bring it on to you, I turn my head at an angle just so I can get that energy towards the television, towards the internet, towards the recorder. When I look up and I look out at you, you are above and beyond the horizon. And I scan. But you're all upside down. As you go in, I see your right side up turns you upside down. When I'm listening, I tilt my head to the side and I think I can hear you a little bit better. From what world are we are? But when I'm calling you, I lift my head and I leave it to one side and I go, arr, arr. But when I shout out to you and I lift my arms, I am in the center of all. I look down, you stand in front of me. Who are we? Who are we? So in this video, okay, we can do it back as I did this in the last video. I am the Red King, 6814, DNA of the half-life, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 of the 10 star. 10 times 42, 420. 420 in French is a representation of saying 80, and that is who we are. The I is 35, 5255, 25, 625. Inside the I, she is in the I, because in Spanish, in llama, the word, they use 2 L's and replace it with a sound of Y. Is it a dame? Me says mare or ocean or dream. It is being pulled by the moon. 1201, 1021. The cube, 7 times 3, 7 plus 3, says the king. The king's a joker, always joking. Melech, Melech ha'olam. Okay, Lam, Mol, Lam, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. Oh, I can show you 4, 3, 4. Okay, 4, 3, 4. 2 and 2 is 4. 2, 2, 2, 1. Let's not get to that yet. Mare is ocean. 42 is king. 41 is king. 42, French and English, difference of 1. Jack is 60. Earth is 60 minutes of 52. Jackman, plug me in. Queen is 62. Dam is 23. Add them together, 85. That is the number to the matrix. It is the back door to the red world because that number will recreate number 53 when we're done with it. And from 53, we'll create 15, 5 by 3, and 5 plus 3. 8 and 15, 23. 2 times 7, 14. 2 plus 7, 9, 23. 14 and 15, and these 2 words will come out. 23, created from all. We have the red king. We have the diamond. We have 1 eye up, 1 eye down. We have the heart. We have 2 and 2. We have the spade, 2 and 2, and the club, 2 and 2. 2, 4, 6, 7 for the kings. The jack of diamonds, okay, has 2 eyes. The king has 1 eye. We get 3 between the boys. The girls have 2, 3 and 2. The heart, we have 1 eye for the jack of hearts. We have 2 for the king of hearts. The girls have 2, so we get 2, 1, 2. The girls have 2. If I go to the spade and I go to the spade, spade's got 1. If I go to the king of diamonds, okay, and the jack of spades, I only got 2 eyes, okay? So let's go back to the spade. I have 1 and 2 is 3. The girls have 2, 2, 1, 2. If I go to the club and the club, I got 2, 2, 2. All the clubs are 2. Are all the 2-eyed representation of the female? If I go to the queens, they all got 2 eyes, the diamonds, the hearts, the club, and the spades. And remember, there's a numerological calculation for all of these. What is 60 and 27? 60 is for diamond, okay? Heart is 52. Spade is 45. Club is 38. But the small count, okay? 27, red. 27, red. 29, black. 29, black. This will create 23, then 11. Communication in Mars. And this one will create the same number, 29, which is the birth. The birth inside the sun, inside the church. That's what these 2 numbers will give you. If I go to the short count, it's 11 and 18. 2 sides. Side of the ocean, the 1 eye. So we're going to leave this video and maybe add one more thing onto it. We do know that the 10 world automatically is 2 things. It's either 6 and 4 or it's 5 and 5. Now, if it's 6 and 4, now I'm getting off things here. Now, I don't know if we should talk about this yet, but it's a 10 world, and there's only 2 ways. When you take out the 10 world, ready to throw those dice, there's only 2 ways. It's either 5 and 5, okay? It's either 5 and 5, or it's 6 and 4. 3 and 1 is the opposite. 5 and 2 is an opposite. 6 and 4. I have one side with my 10 that I need, right? I'm going to take the other side with the 5, right? And then don't forget, I got the 5 here. I can do it this way or this way. I don't need to do it on all sides, because once I do it this way, I will show you. Watch this. 1, 5, 6, 2, 1. Okay? All I do is turn it once. And remember, wait a second. No, I can't turn it on that side. The only one I can't get rid of is this 5, right? I turn it here, right? You end up with 5, 3, 4, 5, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 6 are the up and down, right? Hold on a second. We got this 5 over here. 5, 3, 2, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And we'll have 1 and 6 at the top end. So that's all we can do. We're keeping it. Now, what we're going to do is 6 and 4. Here's your 6 and 4, right? There's your 6 and 4, and here's your 5 and 5. Look at that. That's how your 10s work. Can we do it any other way? Yeah. What if I did it this way? Now I got 12. What if I did it this way? Now I got 9. What if I did it this way? Now I got 7. What if I did it this way? Now I got 10 and 10. So these dice are part of the equation that will explain I got to build this cranium a little bit larger to put all these relationships together. Okay, we got to build this a little bit larger. So we went to that number now. We did the letter R. I have to just give me a second here. Okay, we're going to go into why the numbers 5 and 5 is 10, 6 and 4 is 10. We're going to bring it to the 1, 4, 7 world because it's the gateway world of the spirit. It just is. Take it the way it is. That's the way the numbers work out. Okay, the 2, 5, and 8 is an in-between world. It's a connecting world. 5 and 2 is 7. 5 and 5 is 10 equals to 1. Okay, 5 and 2 is 7. 5 and 5 is 10 equals to 1. And 8 and 5 equals to 13. Because I'm a little trapped right now, I'm going to explain it to you. The 5 and 5, the 6 and 4 are your 10 worlds. We need to bring the 5 to the 7 worlds. 2, 5, and 8 in order. I do not have to do it in order, but since I do it in order, I get 5 and 2 is 7. 5 and 5 is 1, although it'll recreate 7. 5 and 8 is 13, it'll be 4, it'll be 7, 7, 4. Inside of this one, we do not get a creation of the 0, except when we get to 8. See here, the 5 will create the 0, here the 8 will create the 0. 2 plus 8 equals 10, 5 plus 5 equals 10. These two are your matrix numbers, your 4 and 4, bringing the IT system through the sun. It's just that way because it creates 2 and 4s. Otherwise, it'll say 9, the one spirit that brings it in. This one, right, I brought the 4 world first. Why? Because I wanted to keep these 2, 5, 8 in order. When I kept the 2, 5, 8 in order, your 2 brought in the 4 worlds, when the 2 brought in the 7 worlds. When the 5 brought in the 1 spirit, it brought in the gateway in the 2 worlds. Then when the 4 world showed up, Mars, right over here, the 1 world showed up. This is the DNA, the crossover. When A crosses over the N to the other side, that's your 1 and 4. Through the sun it happens, creates 5 and 4. This will create 2, this will create 8, this will create 5. When you add it together, 2, 5, 8 come back together. When you have 6 and 4, 1 and 6, 3 and 4 is 7. 4 and 6, 6 and 4, reversal of the same gives us 1. 7 and 6 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4, 9 and 4 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. So we bring up 4 over here. 9 and 7, not 9 and 7 together create, it took 16 to get over there. That is your denominator, 16. So 1 and 6 equals to 7. Becomes 4, 2, becomes 1, 2, becomes 7, 2. 9 minus 7, 4 minus 6, 1 minus 3. This is the 1.5 times the result, equivalent to Mars. This is your birth world because it has the 1 spirit between 2 moons. 2 and 1. There's 1 extra 1 in the center here and 1 over here. They switch positions. If the 1 is in the center is there, we don't have the ones on the outside. They'll be below or above, right? On the outside, whether it's a moon or a spirit. The 7 card shows the moon. The 9 card shows 1 moon. Okay, that's our moon. I call that the 1 spirit moon. The word spirit equals to 91. 1 and 9, the letter S. 7 times 13 equals to that 91. 13 by 13 equals 169. And that is how the Monopoly board is made. 168 plus 1 shaft. That turns the whole thing. 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 is 34, and 14, the IT system in the sun. 34. 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 equals Earth, the 10 star, the timer. You add, it becomes 41, it becomes in the sun. It's almost like the sun is in a corner, and it's shining into the lines of the matrix. And because we're the ground, we're sucking in that energy. And are we upside down? We could be upside down. Is there anything in between? It can be operations in between. Can we go all the way through? I'm not too sure. If we could go all the way through this Earth, I don't think it's ever been done. And if you can do it, what angle and from where should we do it? Does anybody know? Because I think it should be done. Something that'll just drill for 3,000 or 4,000 miles and keep going. Anyways, all we have to really do is fly out and play with our instruments to see what blockage is in our own eyes. Don't forget, you can trick our eyes, but can you trick the real cameras? Okay, so in this one you get 35 and 34 equals to 69 or 01. 169, the same number I told you. Now, why don't we use 19293949? Because all these numbers are being used. First of all, anything over 6, you need another cube. Anything over 6, you need 2 cubes. 1 and 6 create 7. 2 and 6 create 8. So 1 and 9 is the spirit birth. You already repeated 1 is inside 9. 1, 5, and 9 are all inside of each other. So when you have 2 and 8, you're talking about the moon. You're talking about B. When you get to 7, 8, 9, right? You're talking about 1, 2, 3 connecting that star system. 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7. Okay? The 4 and 6 are on the inside. So 20 on the inside, 30 on the outside. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. One thing, and I've mentioned this many times before, when we start over, when Father starts over, 9 times 8, 9 plus 8, it'll create 27 and 17. One creates the timer, one creates Mars. Don't forget, there's more than one timer. You have to add on to create. We all get to be some sort of god. Thank you for watching, and this is where we start.